Hello, I'm Kayla Kuhn. A very important election is coming up on November 2nd, 2010. This is the San Francisco Board of Supervisors election. This is important to USF students because this board makes decisions regarding muni, public safety, homelessness, and many other issues that affect you.
I don't really have an interest in San Francisco politics because it's not really, I don't find it relevant to me right now.
And I represented District 1, which was the northwestern corner of San Francisco. For 8 years, I had 2 terms. I was elected twice.
Do you know what the district supervisor does in San Francisco?
Not really.
Let's say with USF, a lot of students take muni. I mean, very specifically. Does the bus come, with a sufficiency of reliability, or do you have to sit and wait 25 minutes for a bus instead of 7 minutes or 11 minutes or so on and so on? I mean, that's the kind of stuff down at the ground where the rubber meets the road, literally and figuratively. Where everything from the water, the buses you take, the parks that you might go and recreate in, Golden Gate Park. That was part of my district. So I would pay special attention to Golden Gate Park to try to make sure to keep it a nice place to go to and a good place to recreate. So
I think it depends on which demographic of college-age students you look at, because there are a few, like I know a lot of my friends are really involved within going to different protests around the city and going and volunteering at different election sites and other things like that. But I also know there's far more students that are more involved socially within the city and within school rather than politically within the city.
you would go to SF.gov on the internet, or you could just go down physically to City Hall, go in the basement, Department of Elections. But you go to SF.gov, you look up Department of Elections, and then there will be contact information available for the folks who are in favor of and the folks who are against certain propositions, or the folks who are running for the Board of Supervisors. And then you can find out, usually with some internet information now, been living in the 21st century information button-pushing age, and you can contact folks, but you find out what you care about. It takes some detective work to sort out who these candidates are, and particularly on the local level.
I definitely think muni fares should be addressed. I mean, they're very expensive.
People don't know that San Francisco is one of the leading importing cities for human sex slave, and that is a big shock to people when they hear that, and that's a big problem.
I would like him to focus on green issues and the issues of the people's rights.
Lots of factors affect how people vote. We voted usually on about 2,000 pieces of legislation a year. So we had 2,000 votes a year. And so in my 8 years, I voted on 16,000, 17,000 different pieces. The question is, how do you think that person is going to vote in terms of trying to, put more money into something, or allow or disallow nightclubs to be open until a certain time, or have police regulations of nightclubs? Lots of that kind of specificity. Candidates focus on a few issues to distinguish themselves, and you have to do some homework to find out who they are.
To become more involved in San Francisco politics, find out which district you live in and vote.